everyone, this is Jacqui Cooper with JCooperTravels talk show, and I want to thank everyone who's listening and who's here to this show. I am really happy and excited to have back Richard Bowling, who is an associate of mine through a variety of social media platforms. And before I introduced him and what we're going to be talking about today, I wanted to share a little bit about JCooperTravels for those of you that might be new to this talk show. I wanted to give you a little bit of the history of it. So I started JCooperTravels last year, and it was primarily supposed to be a talk show about where do we go all around the world from the travel perspective, because I'm a certified travel coach. But because of COVID, I rebranded it, and it's now how do we travel in life? So how do we travel both with our families, personally, career-wise, fitness-wise, spiritually, every which way. And as a result, I am always excited to share stories of individuals who are helping others and on their journey as well. And Richard has been on the talk show before. In fact, it was, last year. And so definitely when you like and subscribe, go back into the feed. There's many, many conversations that we've had about a variety of topics. So definitely find that. But right now for this conversation, I'm really happy to talk to him about what he's currently doing. And I want to just kind of give a little teaser. We're going to be doing another talk show about a book that he's involved with. So definitely make sure that you like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for the future talk show as well. But Richard, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
So I know that you are a high performance entrepreneur coach, and I know that you are involved with a lot of different special projects. Before we get started with your describing it, can you share with people, because this will be the first of many times for everyone who's listening, the contact information. It's definitely going to be in the block below. So that way, if you don't have paper and pen, don't worry. You'll be able to come back to this episode and I'll write down how you can reach Richard. But Richard, can you share with people how they can reach you? Because I know that they're definitely going to want to reach out to you after they listen to everything that you want to share with them today.
Sure. My main website is amarneo.com. That's AMARNEO.com. Or they can email me at richard@amarneo.com.
That's awesome. Now, I remember from our conversation way back when that the name of your business actually has a special meaning. Do you want to share with them what that means?
Yes. Amar Neo means forever new. Amar comes from the Hindi, that means forever or eternal. Neo means the new form of. So the idea is that you can be forever new. And it really lends to our capacity for transformation in individuals, and then that reflects in our career and our business life.
And I really love that philosophy because I think we're constantly renewing ourselves every day. We're constantly thinking about how can we make ourselves better, as well as our businesses. Now, you have two different coaching programs that you are working on and client bases that you are supporting and helping. Which one do you want to talk about first?
We'll talk about the first one. The first one is called Leap 5. And this is a high performance coaching program specifically for engineers who are stuck in their career and they are open to the possibility of becoming entrepreneurs. So I have a 90-day program that gives them feedback on the business issues, but also really on the personal development side, how they need to transform their thinking, how they need to transform in their being to become entrepreneurs. Because being an employee and being an entrepreneur is quite different mindsets. Being an entrepreneur, you really have to be ready to handle the uncertainty and every aspect of your business, be it marketing, fundraising, product development. There are thinking challenges that come up there, and there are really little psychological battles all along the way of becoming an entrepreneur and being an entrepreneur. And so primarily that's where I help support engineers in their transformation and becoming entrepreneurs. And I have had several entrepreneurs that have come through the program this year who have done tech startups. They have mostly have done software companies, but some have are doing consulting. And so it's really exciting supporting them and seeing how they can move their businesses very quickly forward with the coaching that I provide to them. So that's exciting.
I agree with you. The mindset of being an employee versus an entrepreneur is definitely different because of how you approach things and also the ownership that you have, even though every time that you're still working projects for your boss, you have ownership. But when it's a business, it's a little bit different. Now, why did you decide on engineers? What
That's
made you decide that?
because I was an engineer before. I'm a third generation engineer. And when I decided to make the leap from my career as an engineer to entrepreneurship, I did not have any support in the first few years. I eventually got a coach that I work with, and so I thought it would be great to really help the engineers to make that step. And I talked to a lot of engineers who are very fearful. They're scared. They don't know if they're gonna make their business work. I've actually talked to some engineers who have tried entrepreneurship. It did not work, and now they're back in their career as an engineer. So there's a lot of hurdles to overcome in becoming an entrepreneur. So being an entrepreneur, being an engineer before, my ideal client can identify with my journey because I was an engineer before. And actually, when I became an entrepreneur, I started as doing a table tennis business, selling products, doing events, and I was an inventor of table tennis products.
I remember that.
One of my products sold worldwide. So I was also an inventor, struck a deal with a big company. So I was an entrepreneur on different levels, all in the world of my passion, which was table tennis. So the idea is to work with engineers, helping them to leverage their skills and their passions to become entrepreneurs. But I can work with. I've actually coached other entrepreneurs, but from a marketing standpoint, I'm looking to try to attract engineers.
You know, I love the fact that you're bringing your own personal history and experience into the coaching side because you've walked in their shoes. So that means that you can kind of hear within their head what they're thinking, and you can help them kind of get over the mountaintop so they can see the light at the other side.
Well, they can, right, I can identify with their journey. And as far as my ability to actually do the coaching from the personal development side, the capacity from there did not come from engineering, but that came from 20 years of being involved in personal development, coaching, psychology, understanding neuroscience, really understanding how the brain works to approach challenges and to think about creating your own definition of success in pursuing that. So that really came from just 20 years of being involved in my personally being involved in personal development and transformation. So that's where my capacity coach comes from.
I love what you just shared, and I know that taking that information, you've now also created a separate new program. So why don't
Right.
you go ahead and share a little bit about the new program that you're also sharing with people now?
Sure. The second program is called Equilibrium. And this is specifically for people who are already accomplished, whether they're entrepreneurs, executives, high performers in whatever field. These for people who have already created some level of success, and then they don't know how to get to the next level from there because that first level of success was really based on their education, hard work, doing the right things. So they have reached a certain plateau, but then to get to the next level, there's some transformation that's involved. There's some, I call it deconstructing their definition of success to include not just things like money or peer recognition or trophies, but that next definition of success might include adventure, freedom, creating a legacy, um, really having them change perspectives about what it is they really want. Because a lot of times people are successful, but they are successful because they are actually following somebody else's definition of success. So they're accomplished. They might be six-figure people. They might be seven-figure people. They've come up the ranks as a in the corporate world or as an entrepreneur, but they've largely followed somebody else's definition of success. And then they get there and they feel like there's something missing, and that could be having more time freedom, doing things more creative, doing things that are more aligned with their passion or personal interest. Or so this program called Equilibrium, it really means that equilibrium is when you are approaching a balance, that you just don't have the outer success, but you have the inner success that goes along with it. Because a lot of times when we think about success, most people think about the outer, the money, the title, the position, the cars, the house. That's outer success. So equilibrium means that you're balancing your inner success with your outer success. And inner success, I mean by the fulfillment, the freedom, the adventure, all the intangible sides of it. So that's what the Equilibrium program is all about for people who are already high performers.
And you know what I love about that? When you think of Olympic athlete, a medalist, everyone needs a coach because no matter what your skill level is, you can always, you need that outside eye and information to get you to the next level of achievement that you have within you. And so what you're doing with your clients is actually being that outside person, looking and seeing how can you kind of shift the box a little bit. So that way they then will see the just a little twist will get them to the next level, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about helping them to see what's in their blind spots, how they're getting in their own way,
Yeah.
how their thinking is getting in their own way, are really adopting new perspectives, and then in order to get to those new perspectives, I have a plethora of tools, mindset-based tools that are really based on questions, to help them to make new decisions, to take more powerful actions, and really to overcome the hurdles that they are feeling challenged to overcome. So it's an exciting journey working with people and seeing the transformation. So I pretty much have had 100% success rate with my clients because I get people who are very coachable and willing to do the work. Because the coaching sessions are not cheerleading sessions; they are actually strategic conversations that end with actions that they need to take, external actions, and also internal work to actually work on transformation. So there's a lot of work that they do in between the sessions, and that's where the transformation comes in.
And again, whether you're an entrepreneur and you're starting off like you were talking about from the engineers going from one step to the next step, or whether you're a high power successful person in one area wanting to go the next level, it's all about the reflection. And then what do you do with that reflection? And then how do you take that information honestly and then kind of shift and twist and figure out where to go with it? So, and having someone like yourself in their corner, I believe in creating teams. So I think that what you're doing is really a service to others because we can't always know everything. And we sometimes need to have someone else on our team to help us kind of get to the next level.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And even as a coach, I mean, I've been doing personal development work for 20 years, and I need to find. I've had coaches before, several. I'm looking for my next coach because there are things in my blind spots that I don't see, and I'm not always taking the most powerful actions that I could be taking. Even the best coaches in the world have coaches. Even someone like Tony Robbins has someone who he's working with to help him, and he's like the top of the
Yep.
king.
Yep. No, for sure. Definitely for sure. So everyone, why don't you go ahead and share again how people can contact you, both if they are in the engineering area thinking about stepping out or adding a side project or business, or even someone who is, already well established that is looking for a helping hand. Go ahead and share your contact information.
So if you're an engineer, go to my website called amarneo.com, amarneo.com. And on this website, you will find information about my coaching program. You'll actually see videos, testimonial videos of several of my clients. And also, there's a special highlight at the top of the website. There is a documentary film called The Leap. So my coaching program is called Leap 5. But there's a film that I put called The Leap, which is really about how to leap from your career to entrepreneurship. There's hundreds of people that have seen this film. They have really gotten a lot of value from it because it's very inspiring. Inside that film, there are people like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, along with my thoughts about business and the mindset that you need to become an entrepreneur. So a lot of people have gotten a lot of value from this documentary film, even if you don't come into my coaching program. Go to my website. You can register for that film. You'll need your computer. The only way you can see the registration forms with your computer, but it's right at the top of the website, amarneo.com. If you're interested in the Equilibrium coaching program, there's no website for this. This is actually more of an invitational and referral only program. So you'll need to contact me directly by email. Just email me at richard@amarneo.com.
That's great. So again, everyone, the information will definitely be on the block below. So that way, depending upon which area you might be in, or if you know someone that fits into either of those areas, you'll be able to reach out to Richard. Just as, a little bit of information about what I'm doing. And if anyone would like to reach out to me, feel free. I'm involved both in the travel space as well as in the cryptocurrency consulting area. And today is time to talk about Richard, not about my side. But again, feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to talk to you about any of those areas. Richard, thank you so much again for being on. Any last minute thoughts that you might have for our listeners?
No, just thank you for allowing me to share what I do. And this is always, it's a privilege and an honor, and I'm just happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you being on. And everyone, remember to like and subscribe because Richard and I are going to have a continuing conversation about the book that he's involved in. I'm really excited to be sharing more about that because there's a lot of great information that I think you guys will be happy to learn about. But Richard, thank you so much. And I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.